Hey knitters, welcome back to Rena Knits. In this video, what you're going to be doing is creating arrow. It is a 14-row pattern, very simple to follow, and you could modify the pattern based on whether you want a shorter arrow or a wider arrow. So it is up to you, but you could keep repeating those 14 patterns till you get the desired length. So enjoy.
The pattern that we're going to work on is basically an arrow pattern, as you can see. So as you do more of these, you'll start getting an arrow in a particular direction. When knitting, you'll notice that the side is symmetrical to this side. So whatever you do here, you will do here and get that arrow. So you could either have a longer arrow or a shorter arrow. The only thing you just have to remember is from the middle point, everything on one side would be symmetrical to the other. So for demonstration, what I've done is cast on 20 stitches, and I am going to start creating the arrow based off of those 20 stitches. For row 1, you will do is knit 2 stitches, you will then yarn over, knit 2 together, and because you have 20 stitches and you've used up 4 here, so you will now knit another 16 to have the 4 remaining. So you will knit another 12 plus these 4 is 16, so you'll have 4 remaining on the opposite side, so that we could do the same thing on there. So you will knit 12 more stitches till you get to the end where you have 4 stitches remaining. Now you will finish off by knitting 2 together, yarn over, and knit 2. For row 2 and every other even row, what you're going to do is this knit across. So even the yarn over, you will stitch, you will just knit normal. For row 3, what you're going to do is move 1 over. So basically what you're doing is, so you're creating a whole 1 over next row up. So now for row 3, you're going to knit 3 instead of the 2 that we started off with. So you're going to knit 3, yarn over. The yarn over is always beside the knitted stitches, and then you're going to knit 2 together, and again, because now you have 3 plus 2, 5. You want to keep 5 on this side, so you're going to knit everything else in between till you get to those 5 remaining on the opposite side. And once you get to those 5, again, you're going to knit 2 together, yarn over, and knit 3. Your even row, or row 4, is all knit. So as you move forward up, you're pretty much going to keep doing this pattern till you get to a point where you're near the end. So till you get to about the point where you have a hole on the other side and you only have like 4 stitches remaining in the middle. Let's get to that point, and then from there we'll see how we want to end the triangle so that we continue the next triangle over. So row 5 is now going to be 4 knitted stitches before the yarn over. So you're just going to keep increasing that way. Yarn over, knit 2 together till you get to 6 remaining stitches on the opposite side, and then we do the same thing on the other end. And you will continue this pattern till you have about 4 stitches remaining in the middle, and then we'll see how we end this. So I kept knitting the pattern. So now I'm at a point where I have 4 stitches in the middle, in the center of my row, and I'm at a point where I am now going to knit 8 stitches before I knit 2 together and do the yarn over. So for this row, I'm going to knit 8. Then I'm going to do a yarn over. I'm going to knit these 2 together. And now because I have 8 plus 2 here, so I'm going to again knit 2 together. Do a yarn over. And then knit my 8. Now, just a tip here, depending on whether you're doing different size, like arrows, whether you're doing smaller arrows or wider arrows, you might not have even number of stitches remaining. So basically what you would then do is do the knit, like the next number of stitches, do the yarn over and knit 2 together. But then if you don't have enough on this end to create another hole and doing the yarn over, you would just basically knit till the end. So that would just mean that you'll have only 1 hole in the center to cause that triangle, and that is totally fine as well. In this case, I'll have the 2 in the center to cause that triangle, and then I'll start my next triangle. So my even row, I am going to knit all the way through. As you can see, this brings me to the point of my triangle. So now, after you do that even row, you basically start from the beginning again. So you start creating a new triangle. So that is the number of rows that you do before you start a new triangle. And you would keep repeating this pattern depending for the length that you desire for your project.
Relax, enjoy, and keep knitting. If you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. And if you're new, welcome. Don't forget to click that subscribe button to get the latest videos on knitting projects, knitting patterns, knitting ideas, and much more.